Saturday, community organizers, along with the True North Organizing Network, rallied outside Sutter Coast Hospital in Crescent City to show their support for local healthcare workers who have been struggling with the darkest days of the coronavirus pandemic in Del Norte. Wishing to avoid the often acrimonious dialogue behind the issues of mandates and vaccinations, the rally's organizers termed this event a blessing ceremony, offering prayers and positive reinforcement to the beleaguered healthcare workers whose personal sacrifices underscore the tragedy playing out inside Sutter Coast Hospital. Those in attendance shared messages of support with a handful of healthcare workers assembled outside the hospital, and according to some of those healthcare workers, this show of community support was welcome indeed.
Why are you here today?
I'm here to show my support for the medical community here, especially the ones at Sutter who are working so hard to keep members of our community safe in their worst hour.
I doubt a single medical receptionist imagined there would come a day when they had to change their work clothes before feeling safe enough to hug their children. They have chosen to selflessly protect and care for us. The least we can do is love them through this.
Yes. My name is Karen. I've been in the health profession here in Crescent City for 20 years as a laboratory person. The last 10 years I have been out at Pelican Bay State Prison. And let us not forget the nurses out there. They are so stressed, just as these nurses are, taking care of people. So I just don't want us to forget them. We've had horrible things in our community, and we're trying to heal from those from a long history. But we also have a lot of positive things. In 1964, my grandmother, who lived on 9th Street in what is now, her home is now the China Hut restaurant. We got a call. It was Easter vacation, and I guess we wouldn't have gotten a call before cell phone, but somehow my parents were on the phone to my grandmother, and the tsunami had hit, and her yard was full of refugees, and her kitchen was full of soup. We all came together at that moment, and that was a terrible time, but we stuck together, and I really hope that the lessons of our really honorable people of our past that we cherish in our memories, that will be those people that are cherished in our children's memories. Thank you.
So I came to this community 25 years ago, and despite the lack of shopping, which in my mind is a plus, I found there's no better place to make a difference in my medical career. I have sat with you when your children were sick, when your teeth hurt, when you couldn't go to your own doctor, and when you were scared. Now I am asking for your help. Those sick people in there are our community. They are sick, they are scared, and they are all alone. While we take care of them, and I'm talking about the medical providers in this community, we desperately need your help. I carry a message from the nurses that have worked in Sutter, nurses that are working in Sutter, and the nurses have never worked with Sutter. They are asking for your kindness. They need your patience. This situation calls all of us to be the best people we can be. Please listen to them, and please vaccinate. It's that simple.
And I haven't dealt with COVID, but as a child I had asthma, and I was actually on a ventilator and was in the hospital for 2 birthdays in a row. And what I remember most are the nurses made me a birthday cake both years. They were there for me, they took care of me, they made me feel like it was almost like my second home. And I didn't want to be there, but they made it so even more than bearable. And so thank you, because you're still doing that for people. I can't imagine what these people are going through, but you're taking really good care of them, and you're so appreciated. Thank you.
I work in the hospital. Am I correct?
Thank you for being here. Sorry. Thank you for showing your support. Our community definitely needs that unity that you all speak to right now. Sorry. The people in the hospital are working very, very hard. And I hope when they come out in a few minutes, we can really just give them a little sense of support and love from their community that they so desperately need. Thank you all for being here. I'm sorry I'm crying. It's been a challenging few weeks, and we're going to need to continue supporting this team. If you know someone who is in healthcare, check on them, because they're probably not okay. Thank you. Just a few days ago, I was here giving last rites. Ooh, I'm gonna cry. I was giving last rites to a beloved person who did everything right. And the staff in there has been working tirelessly to keep this person comfortable when they are struggling to breathe. And they were sitting there holding their hand as I'm praying over them. This thing is no joke. And so I am so grateful to see everyone here today, just lifting everyone up in there who is coming every day. They are coming daily and sacrificing their lives to continue to protect and care for those who we love.
Hi everybody, thank you for coming out here and supporting us. We are, as you can imagine, oh wait a minute. Well, I think that sums up what our experience has been a little bit. It's chaotic in there, and we are happy to be in there to help save lives as best as we can, but it's very chaotic, and we don't have tons of support in the community, so we really, really appreciate all of you coming out today to support us, and I can't tell you how much it means to just see some faces in the community that that really, you guys have our backs, and we appreciate that, and we have yours as well. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys.
Creator and sustainer, thank you for these people who daily risk their lives, who continue to uphold their Hippocratic oath to do no harm, and love all of these patients who are sick tirelessly day in and day out. Lay your healing hands on those who are sick through them, Lord, and continue to infuse these caretakers with strength and courage and generosity, Lord. All this we pray in your Son's name. Amen.
There was a really good question, and I think it bears to be asked. What can we as a community do for you to help you do your job, to help you do all of this miraculous work that you do? Any ideas? Yeah, come on up.
I think with regard to vaccinations, if you have friends, family that you're able to speak to, that you have rapport with, that people that trust you and will listen to your experience, I think that has been shown to be the most kind of powerful motivator in terms of getting people to become vaccinated, or at the least masking and hand hygiene at the very least. So people that you trust, or people that trust you, just having those open conversations with them about your experience, I think can be a lot more powerful than hearing a mandate from a governor or president.
Thank you.
but too, also, like I said kind of before, is check on people you know. Make sure they feel supported in what they're doing. Make sure that they're okay. And I'm sure because most of you are here, most of you know people who are in healthcare or have friends who are in healthcare. I think right now, just trying to make sure that their mental health and wellness is okay. It's one of the best things you could do for our community. Yeah, thank you.
Well, first of all, it's such a privilege and blessing to have people show up like this and so publicly offer support. And I think we feel that, we feel that connection. The connection between humans is why I got into healthcare. And this reminds me that it's there in spite of all the politicization of the event as we know it, and just keeps me motivated.
With nearly 24 Del Norders currently hospitalized and another 20 who were flown out of the area for treatment this past week, the men and women providing care need our community support. If you know someone in healthcare, check up on them. Make sure they have what they need to cope with these trying times. And of course, the most effective way you can help our frontline healthcare workers, get vaccinated. For KFUG Community Radio, I'm Paul Kritz.